Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give our praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Harakat, HaKodash, and do honors to our apostles and elders at Great Millstone, who taught us his truth. For Shalom to you, Akim, that push the word across the four corners of this globe, with our truth and sincerity, by Hashem, Harakat, HaKodash. Pretty much, I just want to focus upon Slaki first, Slaki, because I'm driving right now, but I just want to make a quick, short lesson, to mainly focus upon, when the head apostle Peter, was walking upon the water, when he saw Yahweh Shai, walking upon the water. But first, let me try to get the precept first and foremost. Slakia. But this is Matthew's. Lucky, man. Just bear with me. This is this is Matthew chapter 14, verse 22. And straightway Yahweh Shai constrained his disciples to get into a ship and to go before him unto the other side, while he sent the multitudes away. And when he had sent the multitudes away, he went up into a mountain apart to pray. And when the evening was come, he was there alone. But the ship was now in the midst of the sea, tossed with waves, for the wind was contrary. And in the fourth watch of the night, Yahweh Shai went unto them, walking on the sea. And when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were troubled, saying, It is a spirit. And they cried out for fear. But straightway Yahweh Shai spake unto them, saying, Be of good cheer, it is I, be not afraid. And Peter answered him and said, Lord, if it be thou. You know what I'm saying? So, so first, so imagine this, man. You're in a middle of a body of water in a boat, and in the midst of the body of water, there's, it's just a complete, stormy tempest, waves crashing, like strong winds, and it's so much of a devastating type storm, that the apostles concluded within themselves that that they better go overboard, and they better die, and the whole boat is going to be destroyed. You know what I'm saying? And see, and in the midst of all that turmoil that's going on, they see Yahweh Shai. Slucky. I believe I'm quoting another scenario, but Slucky. I'm quoting the scenario when Yahweh Shai was sleeping, because that was how, because in that scenario, that was when the storm was actually so bad that the boat was damn near gonna, be destroyed. It's lucky. That's why I make that correction. But in this scenario right here, there was also like a strong, strong type of, like strong waves, and like it says in the let me find the verse real quick. Yeah, in the 24th verse, but the ship was now in the midst of the sea, tossed with waves, for the wind was contrary. Yeah, so strong winds, and so in this scenario right here, imagine in the midst of a body of water in a boat, and with strong winds. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, you're seeing a figure, a human figure, walking in the midst of the water, and you try to figure out, like, what is that, man? It's like, that would almost bug you out, man. Which, at first, that troubled, the disciples, man. That troubled them, and that made them, to cry out for fear, and say, it's a spirit. But no, man, that was indeed Yahweh Shai. That was the Lord. He told them, to calm down, to don't be afraid. And, Peter, him and himself, was so, what's the word? I would say, like moved, to prove that was the Lord, and in this part right here, man, that I really wanted to focus upon was just, the simple, the thought and the hope and the belief of him believing that what he saw, it's like, that who he is seeing, in that, in the midst of that water, standing, and him, it's like, and the Lord saying, that it's him, him off that thought and that hope and belief, said unto the Lord, if it be you, then let me walk on the water myself. And I'll keep reading on. This is a verse. I'll start back at verse 27. But straightway Yahweh Shai spake unto them, saying, be of good cheer. It is I, be not afraid. And Peter answered him and said, Lord, if it be thou, bid me come unto thee on the water. And he said, come. And when Peter was come down out of the ship, he walked on the water to go to Yahweh Shai. But when he saw the wind boisterous, with the winds of the water, just strong winds, it was getting more and more hectic. He was afraid. And beginning to sink, he cried, saying, Lord, save me. And immediately Yahweh Shai stretched forth his hand and caught him and said unto him, O thou of little faith, wherefore didst thou doubt? She pretty much, but this is the main point that, I want to focus upon. Pretty much, we are all able, us that's in this knowledge, us that's, awoken to this truth, I'm saying we are all able, to walk upon the water, ourselves, man. Through what? Through the faith and through the belief, in Yahweh Shai, man. And the disciples could physically see him, it was like, Peter could physically see him, which as well as all the disciples, but see Peter took that, that move, to actually walk upon the water himself, man. He'd even question, he'd even question it, man. He'd even question, like, yo, like, should I really step on the, like step out on the water right now? But nah, man, that's the Lord right there. You know what I'm saying? That's my Lord right there, so, and I know what he's capable of, so, he knew and he believed that he was going to be safe, even if he was to step out in the midst of boisterous winds, strong, strong waves crashing. And, it said in the account that he actually walked upon the water, man. True facts right here, man. Because why? Because it was through the faith in him, in his belief upon the Lord, man. It wasn't of his own spiritual power, which yeah, the apostles did have spiritual power, but in this, in this, in this time right now, it wasn't given like then the spiritual power yet, if I'm not mistaken. But see, the main point is through the faith, of them believing upon Yahweh upon Yahweh Shai, or what he saw physically, in front of him, he saw the Lord, which made him, to physically, to step out upon the water. But see, even though he physically saw him, though, yet, he still doubted, and which made him to be, to lose focus upon the Lord, and start focusing upon the troubles, of how strong the winds of the water is, which caused him to sink, but see, the Lord still kept him up, man, like we just, like we just read in the 31st verse, and immediately Yahushua stretched forth his hand and called him and said unto him, O thou of little faith, wherefore didst thou doubt? Now here we are in this time, we don't physically see Yahushua, but brothers got numerous, amounts of testimonies, to where, brothers got, got delivered through so-called, impossible situations by them believing and calling upon Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man, and keep, and putting their trust and faith upon them, man. Numerous amounts of testimonies, man. And this is, the same exact, like scenario, and pretty much, it's gonna be, which pretty much I want to focus upon the symbolism of the boisterous, the boisterous winds, that troubled, Peter, to made him, to which made him to cause him to sink. You know what I'm saying? But see, those winds can represent, the fucking hell that you go through, or just like more like the heat, just fucking getting more harder upon you, and you just damn near lose it, so to speak. But no, man, you remain composed, and you remember, the faith, man. You always go back to the remembrance, man. Of Yahweh Shem Yahushua and His word. You don't, allow that to consume you. All the way to the point to where you're just completely afraid, and you just completely, lost faith and given up. But no, man. See, you keep the faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, to the point to where you're literally doing the so-called impossible, man. Like you just read, Peter physically walked upon the water, man. For like, a short period of, a time, like a split, like it could have been like, like a couple minutes, but nonetheless, man, he was literally walking upon the water as Yahushua was in the midst of a strong tempest, strong winds, waves crashing, but verse 30, but when he saw the wind boisterous, he was afraid, and beginning to sink, he cried, saying, Lord, save me. Nonetheless, man, despite, and see, the Lord, He's constantly perfecting us, throughout our journey, that, as long as we continue to maintain our faith upon Him and still, call upon Him through all our troubles, no matter what, man, through ups and downs, the Lord is going to make us, so invincible to the point, to where, it's not going to be no more type doubting, so to speak, man, because the Lord's going to deliver us so much that it's not going to be, it's like any account where Peter just doubted, and, he began to sink. It's not going to be, with no more doubting, man. It's just going to be complete 100%. I know the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, is with me, man. And through Him, constantly delivering us through our battles and our troubles. It's like, just constantly Him, delivering us through our battles and our troubles. And Him hearing us every time we call, to the point to where, But metaphorically speaking, you know, or physically, you know, and physically, you know, till we going, you know, actually, you know, be walking upon the water, you know, we just, you know, in the midst of stormy tempests, you know, and not even flinch, man, you know, just like Yahweh Shai, you know, and that's, you know, our hope, man, you know. But see, even in our doubts, the Lord is right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Even through our doubts and our wavering, so to speak. Even though the Lord tells us not waver, but you know, this fucking flesh, you know, will get to you sometimes. But nonetheless, man, you know, the Lord always constantly, you know, straightens you back up, man. You know, and puts you back on your feet, so to speak, man. You know, but yeah, come, man. That's basically the main points that I want to touch for this lesson. So, Lord willing, that all your brothers and sisters find us edifying. Until next time, I say shalom.